Indian Prime Minister Narendra Modi is all set to visit Jammu and Kashmir. The Prime Minister will address all the Gram Sabhas across the country. He will visit Pali Panchayat in Sambar district. He will also inaugurate and lay the foundation stone of multiple development initiatives worth more than $296 million. The Indian Prime Minister will also launch the Amrit Sarovar initiative. He will mark the opening of Benihal Kazigund Road tunnel for all-weather connectivity. The tunnel is 8.45 kilometers long and it will reduce the distance between Benihal and Kazigund by 16 kilometers. The travel time will also be cut around one and a half hours. Prime Minister Modi will also lay the foundation stone for Rattle and Kwar hydroelectric projects. It is a 850 megawatt facility which will be constructed on the Shenab River. The Prime Minister this is his first formal public appearance in Jammu and Kashmir since August 2019. He has already made informal visits to celebrate festivals with troops stationed along the line of control. Prime Minister Modi will participate in celebration of National Panchayati Raj Day. It is celebrated to increase awareness about panchayats and gram sabhas. These are institutions of local self-government for the rural areas and are mandated by the Constitution. These factions have their roles, responsibilities and concerns for their particular areas. India's former Prime Minister Dr. Manmohan Singh declared the first National Panchayati Raj Day in 2010. Ahead of the visit, it is also important to note that 6 terrorists were killed in 2 different encounters. 2 terrorists were killed in Jalalabad area in Jammu, and the encounter was led by a joint team of police and paramilitary forces. The Jammu police had also specific input about the presence of terrorists in the area. A cordon and search operation was also launched here. The Chief Education Officer of Jammu ordered the closure of all schools, which fall in 5-kilometer radius of the encounter site. Jammu and Kashmir police called it a successful operation as they managed to kill the longest surviving terrorist commander of Lashkar-e-Toiba. And for more on this, WION correspondent Idris Sloan is joining us live from Srinagar. Idris, thank you for joining us. Prime Minister Modi all set to inaugurate and lay the foundation stone of multiple development initiatives worth more than $296 million. What can you tell us about this and how will these initiatives materialize going forward?
Well, absolutely. It's his first visit after the abrogation of Article 370. A lot of hope pinned on this visit, especially if we talk about the grassroots level democratic institutions like the Panchayati Raj. Today is going to be the Panchayati Raj, National Panchayati Raj Day, which will be celebrated across the country. And Prime Minister Modi will be addressing all the panchayats across the India as well as Jammu and Kashmir. If we talk about the developmental projects, the main 3 developmental projects that Prime Minister would be inaugurating would be the 2 hydropower projects on the river Chenab, which will be around 10,000 crore initiative, as well as there would be a tunnel which is already started last year, but the Prime Minister had not been able to inaugurate it, and now finally it will be inaugurated by the Prime Minister, which is a 8.5 kilometer long tunnel from Kazigund to Banihal, which has cut down a lot of time for people coming from Jammu to Srinagar. There will be another road which will be inaugurated by the Prime Minister from Delhi to Katra for all those people who want to take on the Vaishno Devi darshan. There will be a special road made for them, which will cut down on the time as well. So there are multiple projects that the Prime Minister will be inaugurating today, especially also awarding the panchayats. The Panchayati Raj Sarpanches and Panches will be awarded today who have done exemplary work in the Union Territory of Jammu and Kashmir.
All right. Idris, also just some more clarity on this. What can you tell us about the 2 different encounters ahead of this visit?
Well, Haim, the first encounter that you spoke about was in Jammu Sunjwan area where 2 militants were killed by security forces, both of them believed to be foreigners. They were from the Jaish-e-Mohammed outfit, and Jammu and Kashmir police stated that they could have carried out a Fidain attack. They had come with an intention of carrying out a suicide attack around the PM's rally. So it was a big success for the security forces. After that, the NIA team reached the spot yesterday and took note of the whole situation. And we are being also told that NIA might take the investigation of that case. If we talk about Kashmir Valley, there were multiple encounters that took place in the last 2 days. If we talk about yesterday, there was an encounter in Kulgam area where two Pakistani militants have been killed in the encounter. Arms and ammunition has been recovered from them. Security was already put on high alert across the Union territory of Jammu and Kashmir from the last 1 week. Security forces did have an input that militants would carry out an attack across the valley or in Jammu sector, and that's why security has been on high alert, and they've been getting inputs about the presence of militants wherever they have been going and starting an operation on those places. So Jammu and Kashmir police calling it a success by killing 4 foreign militants in the last 24 hours, as well as 2 local militants in Kashmir Valley.
WION is now available in your country. Download the app now. Get all the news on the move.